Hello students, myself Parthabatim Sharma and I am welcoming all of you to our Jigyasa classes. Today we will basically learn about motion in one dimension. This is the first chapter of high secondary, first year physics. Sometimes it may be referred as motion in a straight line. So first of all we need to understand what is one dimensional motion. Suppose I am moving in a straight path, then to locate my position at every instant of time, I need only one coordinate, suppose x coordinate. Then the motion will be called one dimensional motion. Now I change the scenario as so in that case I am moving in a playground, in a plane surface. So to locate my position at every instant of time, in this case we need two coordinates, x and y. So in this case the motion is said to be motion in two dimension because I need two coordinates. Now let's move to three dimensional case. Here I draw a aeroplane. After taking off, to locate the aeroplane, it needs three coordinates, x, y and z. Z for to represent its height. So this type of motion is in three dimensional motion. So in this chapter we will basically learn some physical quantities like distance, displacement, and displacement. So what is displacement? Suppose the position of A is a object. Suppose the position of A at time t1 is x1 and after time t2, t1 may be 2 seconds, t2 may be 5 seconds, and after 5 seconds the position of A is x2. Then what will be the distance? Distance is simply x2 minus x1. Then what is the definition of displacement? Displacement is the difference between final position and the initial position of the object. So distance is a scalar quantity, but displacement is a vector quantity. We will study about vectors and scalar in our next lecture. So what is the definition of displacement? This displacement is nothing but the difference between final position and the initial position. To understand, to visualize distance and displacement, I use some example. Suppose M represents location of my house, which is at 10 meter, which is at position 10 meter, and T represents the house of my friend Torun, which is at location 50 meter, and this is the Borun house at a position of 100 meter. Suppose I move from my house to Torun house, then to Borun house, and return back to Torun house. In this case, what is the displacement? What is the distance? So what will be the distance? 10 meter to 100 meter, that is 100 minus 10. 10 meter to 100 meter, I move 90 meter distance. Then back to Torun house, 100 to 50, that means 50 meter. So in a total, I get my distance as 140 meter. But what will be the displacement in this case? As I move from my house, then to Borun house and back to Torun house. So displacement would be final position minus initial position. That is, final position is 50 minus initial position is 10. That is 40 meter. So in this case, you can see the difference between distance and displacement. This is a one-dimensional motion basically. Now our next physical quantities which we will study is average speed and velocity. What is average speed? Average speed itself a scalar quantity. So average speed is distance divided by time. And what is average velocity? Displacement divided by time. The unit of average speed or velocity is, the unit of distance or displacement is meter, and the unit of time is second. So as a whole, we get the unit for speed and velocity as meter per second. Suppose N represents Nalbari district and Z represents Guwahati. The distance between or the displacement between Nalbari and Guwahati is 60 km. I need to move this distance in 1 hour. Then I have to accelerate. Then I have to adjust my speed of my bike at 60 km per hour. If I accelerate my bike at 60 mark, then I reach Guwahati from Nalbari at 1 hour time. So this is basically the speed, or you can say it as a velocity also. So the next physical quantity is average acceleration. So what is average acceleration? As you can see that average speed or velocity is rate of change of distance or displacement over time. So what will be the acceleration? Acceleration is rate of change of velocity over time. In this case, velocity changes with respect to time. In this case, distance changes with respect to time. So acceleration means speed by or velocity by, change in velocity over time. So what will be the unit of acceleration? The unit of velocity is meter per second, and time itself, the unit of time itself is second. So as a whole, the unit of acceleration is meter per second square. So in this case, I will give some example of my bike. The right hand side of the part of my bike is called the accelerator. Why it is called accelerator? Because it is a velocity changer. When I turn it, then the velocity of my bike changes. So in a mathematical manner, change in velocity is represented by v minus u over t minus 0 or v minus u divided by t. You can see that at time t equal to 0, when my clock starts at time t equal to 0, the velocity of my bike was u, and after a time t, the velocity of my bike is v. Then u is called the initial velocity because it is the velocity at time t equal to 0, and v is called the final velocity because why? Because it is the final velocity of the bike at time t. Then v minus u divided by t, we will call it as average acceleration. In this topic, I skip specifically two topics, that is instantaneous velocity or speed and instantaneous acceleration. Why I skip? Because to understand the instantaneous velocity or speed, you need basic concepts of calculus. So I will discuss in our next lecture about instantaneous speed or velocity or acceleration. Now I draw some position versus time graphs to visualize the concept completely. In this case, x-axis represents time and the y-axis represents displacement or distance, that is x. So if I draw the graph like this, then from it what we can understand, at time t equal to 0, what is the position of my bike? That is 5 meter, say 5 meter. Then at t equal to something 10 second, 15 second, what is the position of my bike? 5 meter, 5 meter, 5 meter. So we can conclude that the bike is at rest. Now I draw the graphs completely different. Then what it means? Suppose at t equal to 1 second, position is 1 meter. At t equal to 2 second, position is 2 meter. From this graph we can conclude that because when time passes the displacement changes, we can say that my bike is in motion. My bike is in uniform motion because at time t equal to 1, it acquires a distance 1 meter. At time t equal to 2, it acquires a distance 2 meter. So this type of motion is uniform motion. In this case, what is the value of acceleration? Acceleration is 0. We will comes the concept of acceleration in our VT graph, velocity versus time graph, later. Now I draw some velocity versus time graphs. So in this case, along x-axis I draw time axis measured in second, and along y-axis I draw velocity measured in meter per second. So you can see at t equal to 0, what is the velocity? 5 meter per second. Say at time t equal to 1 second, what will be the velocity? 5 meter per second. At time t equal to 3, what is the velocity? 5 meter per second. Same. So we can say that my bike is in motion with a uniform velocity because at every instant of time the velocity is same. So in this case, what will be the value of acceleration? Can you tell me what will be the value of acceleration? Acceleration will be 0 because at every instant of time we have constant velocity, fixed amount of velocity. Velocity does not change with respect to time. So as a whole, the acceleration is 0 because acceleration is nothing but the change in velocity over time. Because there is no any change in velocity, so we get acceleration 0. Now I draw the graph in a different manner. As you can see that at time t equal to 1 second, what will be the velocity? 1 meter per second. At time t equal to 2 seconds, what will be the velocity? 2 meter per second. So as the time progresses, the velocity itself changes. So we can say that in this example, my bike is in motion, but the velocity changes with respect to time. So in this case, acceleration is not 0. So if you have any doubts, then you can contact me on my WhatsApp number 87619237738. You can contact my WhatsApp number and I will give you the notes in a PDF format. So don't worry for the notes. So in our next lecture, we will study about kinematic equation of motion. So for that day, it is okay. Thank you.